Good morning. Thank you for joining me here this morning for a morning mindfulness practice. We spend a lot of our time in what we might call doing mode, trying to achieve this, trying to work that out, get hold of this, get rid of that, trying to change a situation from one thing to another. All of this could be called doing mode. And we might also include here trying to have certain feelings. For example, trying to relax could be seen as a form of doing, trying to change your state from less to more relaxed. There's lots of good and worthwhile things to do. So this is not to say that doing mode is to be avoided. But we can understand mindfulness perhaps by contrast with this doing mode, as instead a mode of just being, of just letting things be the way they are and seeing if it's possible to rest in that, perhaps just for one moment or 2 moments, perhaps for slightly longer, to allow ourselves to step back from the many doings that we engage in and just to let things be for a little while. One consequence of this might be that we gather our energy so that it is available for us when we want to do whatever we want to do. So mindfulness is being mode. And yet, when we pause and drop into this mode, we often find that the natural momentum of our bodies and minds carries us back into doing of one sort or another. Whether that's in a physical sense, our bodies become restless, or in a mental sense, we start planning, analyzing, remembering, doing various things in our minds, trying to work something out or formulate a theory. Something that can really support us to rest for slightly longer in this being mode that is mindfulness is awareness. Paying attention to how things are in this moment engages the mind and allows it to rest without having to do anything, without having to make this situation different or run away from it into doing of one sort or another. So bringing awareness to this present moment, a friendly and non-judgmental awareness, being curious about it and observing it, without trying to make it anything different than it is, allows us to rest in this being mode that is mindfulness. Even then, the mind wanders off. But we can practice coming back to being with awareness, knowing that each time we do this, we strengthen the muscle of awareness. We make it easier for ourselves to observe and rest in this moment. Give our bodies and minds the peace that they get so much from. So just being with awareness, noticing and letting be. We have the opportunity to practice this now. We might choose to do this lying down or sitting or standing, as you wish. If you haven't chosen a posture already, perhaps you can do so now. In whichever way you position yourself, just making the body comfortable. Something that for you feels grounded, awake, with a sense of intention and dignity. Without, as far as possible, any striving. An intention, but no overt effort. We might just begin by acknowledging what is here, by bringing awareness to this moment. Its many dimensions. The dimension of thought, so we might notice how busy the mind is at this point. Is it analyzing something I just said, or something from before, something that you think might come later on? Just noticing how busy the mind is without trying to make it more or less busy. There's the thought stream. And then also noticing any emotions that are around. Emotions are often comparable to the weather internally. How's your internal weather? Again, just observing what it is, how it is, and letting be. And also bringing awareness to the body, the physical sensations throughout the whole body. From the soles of the feet and the tips of the fingers to the crown of the head. These physical sensations may be strongly felt. They may just be whispering. You may feel that there are no sensations at all. Just noticing however it is in the body right now. Perhaps including the sensation of the breath here. Wherever you feel the body breathing. And then also allowing into your awareness the space around you, the environment, any sounds or the silence. Perhaps noticing that the awareness extends in all directions, front and back, left and right. above and below. Just observing and letting be. Thoughts and emotion, sensations and environment, all here in this broad awareness. And within this, perhaps now choosing one sensation. Perhaps the sensations in one of the hands, or both hands, in one of the feet, or both feet. Perhaps the sensation of the breath wherever you feel it. Perhaps something else. Whichever you choose, without spending too much time on the choice. Just allowing this chosen sensation to occupy the foreground of your awareness. The gaze of the attention resting here. And in the background, the broad, multi-dimensional awareness we began with. In the foreground, allowing this smaller focus, the spotlight of attention resting here, wherever you've chosen. Moving up close to this sensation as best you can, rather than viewing it from afar. Letting the sensations here be felt immediately. Temperature, pressure, tingling, pulsating, contact with clothing or atmosphere, whatever it might be. Anchoring the attention in this chosen focus sensation. And of course, the mind will wander off, drawn by a thought or an emotion or sound or another sensation. Noticing this is awareness itself, and affords us the opportunity to come back firmly and gently, patiently and kindly, training and strengthening and deepening our capacity for resting in this mode of being each time we come back. Each moment is new, unique, another opportunity to observe where the attention is, what is present at the levels of thought and emotion, sensation, environment. However that is, however restful or restless, blurry or clear, we can be with that. See it as it is. There may be a desire for it to be different, and we can notice that too. Just another part of this moment. Not something we have to rush to act on. It all changes in its own time. We're coming back again and again to your chosen focused sensation, a broad awareness in the background. No matter how many times the mind wanders or for however long. The invitation and opportunity remains the same. Just to come back. Just being with awareness and letting be. You might see if this sense of awareness can be tinged with curiosity and care. For some, awareness might have a coldness to it that is not the intention here. Can the awareness we bring to this new moment have a kindness to it, a friendly interest? At some point of your choosing, you might decide to expand the attention in the foreground from this chosen sensation to a wider view that perhaps includes that sensation, but also maybe the whole body, maybe just a wider region of the body, maybe even the body and the space around. Noticing that you can choose to narrow or widen the spotlight of attention. Knowing that the background remains fairly broad anyway. We might even say boundless. And into this boundless awareness, whether the spotlight of your attention in the foreground is narrow or wider, into this new moment, you might just allow the words of this poem to drop, like rain onto the grass of your awareness. Nothing you need to do with these words, just receiving them, allowing them to land. There's no task here, no responsibility to respond. This is called The Bright Field by R.S. Thomas. I have seen the sun break through to illuminate a small field for a while, and gone my way and forgotten it. But that was the pearl of great price, the one field that had treasure in it. I realize now that I must give all that I have to possess it. Life is not hurrying on to a receding future, nor hankering after an imagined past. It is the turning aside, like Moses, to the miracle of the lit bush, to a brightness that seemed as transitory as your youth once, but is the eternity that awaits you. So thank you for being here and practicing with me this morning. I wish you a good day. I'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Take care.